Hi, boys and girls. And today's writing lesson is actually for today and Friday. Okay, so I've combined it so that as you're revising, because now you should have begun your descriptive writing piece. So now you can go back and look it over. Okay, so we are doing revise by combining sentences and with adjectives and precise verbs. So let's look. These two sentences begin with the same way and contain ideas that could be combined into one sentence. You may recognize them. We went for a walk. We saw wiggly, slimy worms. Yes, those were sentences we practiced last week with, so that's why I thought it was a good idea to use it again today. So we use the word and as you can see here, that's the word and. So let's see, when we combine it, we went for a walk and saw wiggly, slimy worms. You just had to remove the second we. You only needed the first one. Uppercase at the beginning, period at the end. Just remove that we, and there's the end. And that is italicized just to point out where we put the word. Okay. Now, this paragraph is the one I've been reading to you about the roller coaster ride. And this has already begun to be edited by the writer. So let's look down here where the blue line goes through it. I scream. I wave my arms in the air. Okay, so this person decided to make it sound more interesting. And both of these sentences have the same idea, and because it's talking about the roller coaster ride, okay? And they both begin with the word I. So watch what they did up here. I scream and wave my arms in the air, all right? Which is, of course, something you would probably do at the same time. So it better explains the action of what's happening on the roller coaster ride. Now, we're going to talk about adjectives. And of course, you know they are words that describe. They describe things such as color, size, shape. Okay, they describe other things, but that's just something I wanted to point out. So let's look. I ask, can this sentence be made better with adjectives? Let's try. So here's the sentence. The man went over a puddle. It's an okay sentence. Written correctly, has the three important things: makes sense, uppercase, end mark. But it doesn't give us much information, okay? So that if somebody reads it to me, I'm going to have a lot of questions and I don't have a very good picture in my mind. So we're going to use some adjectives to improve it. Okay, so the first column are adjectives I thought of that could be used to describe the man: old, young, clean. The second column are adjectives I could use to describe the puddle: small, wide, muddy. Okay, so I've picked two of my adjectives and I've used what they call as a writing carrot, not spelled the same way as the kind you eat. And I decided to use the adjective old to describe the man. So to show and remind myself when I rewrite the sentence, I use the carrot right here so it shows this is where I want to write that word when I rewrite this sentence. Over here, there I've described the puddle as wide. And again, I've used a carrot to show that I want to put the word wide between the word and puddle. Now I want to make a better sentence with a precise verb. So I've come up precise. I'm going to, as you can see the line already in the word went, means I'm going to take away that word and I'm going to use one of these three verbs: jumped, hopped, or ran. Let's see how I redid it. I used the word hopped. And let's see, does this give you a better picture? The old man hopped over a wide puddle. I think that gives us a nice, clearer picture, more action, more specific when we say the sentence. Now, this is the same paragraph where they've already combined two sentences. Well, now they've added more precise verbs. Then we go down the hill. Well, have you ever, silly slide, have you ever been on a roller coaster? You kind of get to the top of the hill, look around, and before you know it, it just down. It goes so fast. So I love the word plunge because it meant it just fell right down along the tracks and went very quickly and whoosh. Now down here, I hear creaking sounds as we climb up the next hill. Well, it's the next steep hill. And we've talked about the word steep, how it's you can just picture that angle. You can feel as you're climbing up the steep hill, going on to the next plunge down on the roller coaster ride. So today and tomorrow, I would like you to continue writing your writing piece, okay? And see if you can combine any sentences with the word and. Now, that doesn't mean every sentence. Just pick a couple that you think it would sound better, okay? And make sure they have the same beginning because that's important. Then also see if there's some verbs you could make sound more interesting, that if you can picture it in your head, you know that your reader or listener will have the same great picture about what you've written. Okay? And keep up the great work. Hold on to your work because next week I'm going to make it so that you can read your finished piece to me, just to me, and I will love hearing your great descriptive writing piece. Any questions, you can let me know. Bye-bye, boys and girls.